Hey guys, I'm Aguilar, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be talking about a crazy release on September 17th, the Air Jordan 3 Fragment collection that is gonna be releasing on sneakers, Foot Locker, as well as other retailers, but as I'm already telling you, it's gonna be very limited. Last week, when I was talking about how to cop the Danglo's community garden, I talked about how to use the Nike SNKRS app in a way that it was to maximize your chances of getting the shoe. Actually, I'm still waiting for the shoes. They should be arriving tomorrow, but I got a win on the size 8.5, so I'm gonna be doing an unboxing very soon. What that made me learn is that this account that I use on my phone, I think it had like 8 months, and it was the first time that I actually hit on this account. I was very surprised because it was a Danglo. 1 year ago, I decided to create a new account because they told me that because I was not hitting for so long, my account would be banned. Let's talk about that today, because as I'm telling you, the Air Jordan 3 Fragment is going to be very limited. So in order to get as many chances as you can, I think you're going to have to rely on SNKRS app. And that means using your friends, your family, brother, sister, roommate, anyone that can enter an account, but not just an account that is created the same day of the release. We're going to need accounts that probably have some activity. If you have the Nike app, you can go ahead and tell your friend to download the Nike SNKRS app and start hitting like on different posts, activity, turning on the notifications, as well as trying to scroll down, look for some quests and quizzes that they have, and reply to those. That's going to be telling Nike that, hey, this account is good, it's not fake, it has activity, and it's going to increase your chances of getting the shoe. I'm telling you to rely on SNKRS because this shoe that is actually having a resale price, we're gonna be talking about the predictions a little bit later, but we're gonna be talking about $900, $1,000. The SNKRS, it's gonna be the most reliable way to get the sneaker because it's gonna be very limited. Stock is gonna be very low. We also have Foot Locker US at 10 a.m. East. That's the only foot site that we have, and we have Foot Locker Canada, but it's only through the Flex system with a reservation app. As of now, there are not any other retailers confirmed, although people is talking about probably Undefeated, that is regularly releasing at 8 a.m, a Mamaneer that is at 9 a.m, and maybe Social Status, even though I saw on Instagram that they were doing a raffle in some cities and in the website online. So not many chances, and let's talk about the sneakers further. The retail price of the shoe is going to be $200 plus taxes. That means that if you get this shoe, you're going to end up paying around $218. Depending on the state, you might not be paying taxes, so that's going to still maximize your profits. But because we're going to be having a lot of profits, I think this time it doesn't mind if you're going to be selling on StockX or Fight Club or GOAT, or you're going to be selling local. I think obviously local stores are going to be trying to get as many pairs as possible because people are going to try to buy this shoe. But also StockX, they're going to take you some fee, but they're going to do everything for you. The only thing on StockX is that the payout is taking forever because they are having less staff because of COVID in the locations where they are authorizing and verifying everything. So that's something that you want to consider if you're trying to get the shoe quickly, sell the shoe, make some money, and move on for next releases. If you're talking about sneakers, it's going to be a Leo drop. That means that the release is going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time. You're going to have about 2 minutes to enter your accounts, and then obviously we already know it, but if you're new to that, probably you're going to get in a line. Sometimes if the system is too crowded, it's going to tell you pending, and then in about 2-3 minutes, unless there's something that makes it go very slow, it's gonna tell you got them. You're gonna see this amazing screen that you share with all your friends saying that you got the shoes, and obviously if you don't get it, it's gonna tell you you didn't get them, or maybe you see sold out. Also, what is important here is that Nike, we've been seeing that if you get with computer, iPad, Nike SNKRS on the iPhone, your friend, and you are on the same place using Wi-Fi, probably you might get cancellations. We're getting people that is getting a payment error because they had like 2-3 phones on the same Wi-Fi. So try to avoid that. It's very rare that you're gonna hit more than one pair, but hey, you never know, it's about luck. So if you have friends, don't tell them to come to your place. No, let them do that on their own place. If you're using multiple devices, one with the Wi-Fi, the other with data, and maybe the other you can still put it with Wi-Fi, but try not to put more than 2 devices on the same Wi-Fi. Let's not forget about the raffles, guys. As you can see here in the screen, we have some raffles, not many, because as I mentioned before, the sneaker is going to be very limited. Most of them are closing between today and tomorrow, so hey, make sure that you get your entries in. don't say that you're not gonna put the work in because it's not worth it. It is worth it. Remember that I told you I hit a raffle of the biohack on Undefeated, first time ever, but now I'm gonna believe that it's worth it because I hit it with like entering only with 2 accounts. So imagine that you can enter with 6, 7 accounts on each side. That would mean many more options to get an extra pair, or just 1 pair, so don't forget that. Okay, I want to mention something because I know that you're gonna bring it up in the comments. I know that there's a release of the Air Jordan Cadence. I'm not gonna go for it just because if you look into StockX, you're gonna see that there's a huge difference between the lowest ask and the highest bid. Maybe there's gonna be some lens money in some sizes, but I'm not expecting much profit on these shoes, so I'm not just gonna do the resale predictions because I don't believe that this is a shoe that we should focus on because it's very, very risky. Also, the clothes, I know they're looking amazing. I might go for some personals. I'm not expecting any profits. Maybe the hoodie, the black one with the hood and everything, maybe it has some room for profits, but hey, definitely if you are in the Fragment collection, try to get some, maybe the long sleeve or anything that's just gonna suit you even if you don't get the shoes, but I don't think you should get it for resale purposes because I think it's gonna be more for personal. Time for resale predictions, let's go to StockX. Here, what we have is very, very clear. The bigger sizes are gonna be doing much better because there's less difference between the lowest ask and the highest bid. We're seeing that the lowest ask for the 12, 11, 11 and a half, 12 and a half, it's between 1,200 and also 1,300, and the highest bid is around 1,150. If we go down and we go to sizes 7, 7 and a half, 8 or 8 and a half, we see that the highest bid is around 900 and it's not going up from that range. So probably the bigger sizes are gonna be doing much better. You have to expect prices to dip once people get their hands on the shoe, especially after the sneakers release, because now they've been shipping a little quicker, but still it's taking longer than before, obviously because of COVID. Also in Foot Locker, we don't know how much stock they're gonna have, but expect 1 week and a half maybe to get the shoes. So then is when people that get the pairs and want the cash quickly, they're gonna quick flip, they're gonna be undercutting, and that's gonna drop around 700. Maybe the smaller sizes are gonna be around 650, and the bigger sizes maybe around 950. What I'm recommending you here is that I think this shoe has room for margin. Obviously it's gonna increase over time if you hold this shoe. Personally, I'm not much into holding apart from Jordan 1s and obviously base sizes of Yeezy 350 B2. If I get this shoe, which I don't know what I'm gonna do because obviously it's very difficult, so if you take an out, just keep moving. But if I get this shoe, I'm gonna be quick selling it and I'm gonna just use this money to move to next releases and try to get as many pairs as possible of future Yeezys. We have the Yeezy Azrael that just has been renamed to Carbon. So again, take this into consideration if you're planning to hold or just quick selling them, because obviously you need to plan ahead and see what the next releases are, what your intention is, if you're gonna keep playing that game and just getting more shoes. Okay, guys, that's all for today. I hope this helps. Remember, if you take an L, just do not worry, do not keep your head up, because it's normal. It has low stock, it's a very limited release, that's why the resale figures are here. So there's many more things coming, and as always, we take an L, we keep moving, and on to the next one. But that's all for today. I'm Aguilar. Thank you so much for listening. Please give it a thumbs up if you find this content valuable, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next week.